This is Tracy McKnight, and welcome to the Sundance 2021 Film Music House. I'm happy to be the music supervisor on the documentary feature, Belly of the Beast. I'm here today, and it is my honor to introduce our distinguished panel, Erika Cohn, director, Nova Wave, DJ Camper, and Mary J. Blige. And now I'm handing it over to Gail Mitchell, the editor of R&B and hip hop for Billboard magazine.
Thank you, Tracy. It's good to be here. And I have to say, my goodness, what a searing and powerful song and message that you've put together. And even though I write for a living and have been doing it for a long time, I am still enthralled by folks who can sit and put something so tight and so meaningful in just 3 minutes and however many seconds, 3:23, I think it was, on the lyric video that I saw. So starting with Mary, I'd like you each to first talk about how you learned about the documentary Belly of the Beast and why you knew you had to say yes to working on a song for the documentary.
Well, the documentary came, of course, through the agency, you know, the management. And the question was asked, do you want to be a part of this? And then I got the documentary, I watched it. I mean, I don't say yes to anything until I understand what I'm saying yes to. And when I received the documentary, I watched it and I was like, absolutely, 1,000,000% I need to be a part of this, because I'm from a neighborhood where women have been left behind, forgotten, just treated, you know, any kind of way. So absolutely, I said yes, and that's how the documentary came to me.
Okay, Nova Wave. G, you want to start?
Sure. Yeah, I think I can't remember, was it Tracy who hit us first or Mary's manager? I can't remember exactly. Mary, do you remember? Blue, if you remember?
I'm not sure.
But yeah, I mean, it was presented to us either way. Matter of fact, I think it was Eddie first, and then it just so happens, oh, I remember now. It just so happens that we get on the phone and there's two people on the phone, and it's Erika and Tracy, and we're having a conversation, and I'm like, wait a minute, is this Tracy from Disney that we worked with and we did this iconic movie with? And she's like, yeah, it's me. So just correlated with her, and just, you know, just the film. I just believe in things that they just work in the universe. So I think it just came to us, honestly. So that was just one of the things that, you know, that just happens. It'll find you. So that's how we were introduced.
Can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
With that, because I love Nova Wave, and anytime I have something great in front of me, they are writers, you know, and they're amazing writers, and they've written on a lot of my stuff and a lot of amazing people, and I just think they're amazing, and they're really like they're really amazing in depth writers. They're not, you know, shallow. They can do it all. Right. So when the documentary came to me, I was like, to my A&R and to my management, Eddie, I have to have Nova Wave, because we've had some serious conversations, and we've wrote some really heavy stuff, you know. Just things that relate to me, you know, seriously. So when it came to me, I went to them and Camper.
All right, and Camper, yes, your side of the story.
Yeah, I mean, you know, listen, man, I'm just here to be of service in any way possible. It was presented to me. I think Eddie hit me. You know, Mary probably hit me. Either one of them hit me, and every time they hit me, I'm always there, period. So, you know, Mary and I have, you know, history and, you know, success in the past, and it's like every time we get together, you know, it's a hit, and it's more than just the music. It's like on a vibe where, you know, I understand where she's at, and we all come together, like, you know, like spiritually too, you know, and make perfect harmony. So this is just what that was.
Okay, cool. So Erika, before I talk to the songwriters here about the genesis of the song and working together, collaborating together, just what was your role in this? What is the role of a filmmaker in this? Is there something you saw that you thought needed, just how did you interact with the four of them?
First off, thank you so much, Gail, for being with us. This is an incredible panel, and also want to say thank you to our music supervisor, Tracy McKnight, and Eddie Forsell for putting us all together. This is literally the dream team, and Belly of the Beast is just an incredible decade-long project that was made in collaboration, the entire process, with people who are currently and formerly incarcerated. And when I asked people inside if there would be one person that you could suggest to be the musical voice of this film, people hands down said it has to be Mary J. Blige. I don't care what you have to do, you have to get Mary J. to tell our story. And so, Mary J.'s music has gotten so many people, so many women through their difficult times in prison. And, we knew we had to reach out, and Tracy and I created a letter in collaboration with people inside and wrote to Mary. And that's how it kind of all came to be. And I remember when we first sent the cut, to you, Mary, it was a rough cut. It wasn't even the finished film. We actually didn't have an ending to the film yet. And there was this beautiful collaborative process with Nova Wave and Mary J. Blige and DJ Camper on how to end the film, how to create, an action for people, how to empower people to be inspired to create change. But also, this isn't a film that ends with a happy ending. This isn't something that can be neatly wrapped up with a bow. It had to have the power and the integrity for Kelly's story and everyone else, all the other survivors who have been through so much. When some of the lyrics say, some wounds never heal, don't you see what you've done? That really, really, really just acknowledges that this is not something that will ever go away. You can never undo the pain and the trauma and the permanent impact of sterilization. So that collaborative process on figuring out how to end the film was something very unique and something that I'm very grateful for.
Yeah, speaking of the lyrics, as Erika just mentioned, the four of you talk about the creative process. I think a lot of people would be curious to know what goes on behind the scenes. What comes first? Is it the music? Is it the lyrics? Did you guys have a meeting first to kind of throw things out there? And you've all worked together before, so there's already a rapport going on. And do you think that really helped crystallize the vision for the song, or could you guys have done this having not worked together before?
We could have never have done this particular song right here, having not worked together before, because we had so many, conversations, heavy conversations, and I've entrusted them with so much information that I've never heard again, but giving them so much, and they come back with lyrics, that blow my mind, even the details that I didn't give them. So these are people that really care about what they do, and they care about the artists as well. So we could never have accomplished this if I didn't know them, because I don't trust people with how I feel. And when I saw this film, I just knew it had to be them, because I can only trust them with how I felt about what was going on in that film, and how I knew women that were left behind, and how I'm one of those women that were left behind, and women in the projects that suffer, women, in prison that suffered. I have friends that have been to prison that have suffered, but just to take a woman's right to be a woman, is just, it's just ridiculous. So, to have Nova, have two women that are strong and that are for you, to pen this, it's just a gift from God, to be able to give this to this film, because it's just ridiculous to watch that film and to watch those women, not know that's what's happening to them.
Right.
And Mary's being so modest, but for her to take what we've been able to create, and for her to say, no, it needs this, it needs that, and to give us direction, and to, to be one of those standout artists that can take it and just take what we do and take it to the next level. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for being, here we go. Thank y'all for just being real. And I don't, people, they judge me. They're like, what is she like? I'm real. Real. And when I meet people that are real like me, I trust them. And I don't trust people. I just don't, but I trust these women because I could see in their eyes and their hearts, even when they're not saying a lot, that they've been through a lot also, So I don't mind laying my head on their shoulders and allowing them to lay their head on my shoulders. And far as Camper goes, Camper is my little brother, my family. He's a spiritual man. It's a spiritual thing. We all came together to do some of God's work, to help heal somebody else. And Camp is always for helping doing God's work.
Yeah.
We put us all together. You got
look at you.
It's beautiful, man. When 2 or 3 are gathered in the name, God is there in the midst. And, it's just been that ever since the beginning. So, I knew it was going to be that this time around. And what better team than this? So, just truly grateful for the opportunity. Again, thank you, Nova. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Just thank you. Just
so how long was the process from start to finish for the song?
It depends. We can, because like, how long did it take us to complete? A day, right?
Oh wow.
A day, if that. Like if we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
It's probably a couple of hours.
Yeah, it's quick. It's quick, and it's heartfelt, and it's real, and it's quick. Like all of the ingredients to like make it what it was.
Okay.
I think it was so
go
passionate.
ahead. Go ahead.
It was something we were also passionate about. It was just fluid, like the lyrics and the melody. We got the musical bed from Camper, and then it was just like, it just made sense, and the words and the melody just started to flow, and everybody just started to lend ideas, and yeah, so it all just kind of, it happened, just super, just natural.
Okay.
It didn't take long at all.
All right, is there a difference for writing a regular song for Mary for a project or another artist that you're working with versus writing a song for a film or a TV show?
What would you say different, G?
No, I would say it's the same. I mean, specifically for Nova Wave, because honestly, we're just always going to push power, especially for women. That's what we do. That's what we know that we're here for. We know that we're here to push some powerful ideas to women in general. So this was right up our alley, super easy, super spiritual, just like a God moment, honestly.
And Camper, what is it you bring? Because I know I'm familiar with your work, and you work with a lot of females, and you have that innate sense to understand and get out their help them get out their feelings as well.
I have learned to respect the woman, and a lot of producers and people that are in, in my shoes or in, rooms like, rooms that I'm in, they kind of drop the ball because they want to get other things accomplished outside of just, the music. But me, I keep it professional, and I respect the woman, and I understand, what God has for me to do with, with the mission for whoever I'm working with. So when Mary was like, yo, this is what it is, this is what I need you to do, I'm like, okay, bet, say no more. I got this track. Okay, cool. Nova Wave, listen, y'all pick whichever track y'all want. I'll leave the room. Y'all can have the moment. I'm gonna come back and, check on things, make sure everything is cool, and, I add whatever, but I'm just a co-captain, and I know how to play my part, and, watch the rest, watch God do the rest.
Okay.
Look at Camper being modest.
Exactly.
Camper is one of the best in the game at bringing out emotions with keys. So that's his thing. That's what you do. So
yeah,
you the man.
Well, I like the Camper. Tell me if I'm hearing wrong when I hear the song, but there's a marching kind of a drum cadence that kind of ties in. Like we're gonna keep fighting. We're gonna keep pushing forward. I like that element of the song. And then at the end, where you guys, Mary's singing stops, but then it goes on for a few more seconds, and it's just the visuals against just the instrumental ending is just very compelling as well.
Yeah, you know, like it's just capturing that emotion, and you know, really, I'm very passionate at what I do. So I'm for sure gonna bring the emotion. I'm gonna bring the emotion out of you. I'm gonna bring the passion to you. I'm gonna bring the passion out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like the vision is gonna be clear together, you know? So it's like, you know, I bring that spirit because that spirit is within me. It's in
Is that hard? Is that hard to do, Mary, when he's saying, you know, I'm gonna pull the passion out of you?
No, with campus not, because like I said earlier, like I don't do that with a lot of people. And if I love you and I trust you, and Camper just has that, he can do that. Like everything I grew up on, he plays on the piano and it makes me cry. Like he knows my soul, he knows my spirit. And some people, you know, I haven't known him all my life, but he knows something about me. And that's why I trust him, you know, just like, no, but they know something about me even before I even knew them. So when you get me in a room with people, I'm getting goosebumps, that knew something about me before, but not just Mary J. Blige, Real Love. No, I'm talking about somebody that knew my life, the colors that I chose, the Stevie Wonder that I grew up on, the Rolls Royce that I grew up on, and was a 5-year-old girl crying and didn't know why, you know? They knew something about me when we got in the room. It was like spiritual family, like a family that was, you know,
right,
you know, a spirit.
All right, Erika, what was your reaction when you first heard the song? How hands-on were you? Were you kind of just letting them cook and percolate and do all this?
Yeah, that first conversation that we had was just so, you know, that was a really intense conversation about crafting the ending of the film. How did we want people to leave the film feeling? And you know, it had to reflect Kelly's ongoing pursuit of justice and demand reparation for people who are illegally sterilized in women's prisons and those who are illegally sterilized historically, and really highlighting modern day eugenics while still being inspiring. I mean, if there's any team that could pull off that kind of very fine line of walking, you know, that heavy hitting, you know, illustration of these heinous human rights abuses, as well as leaving people inspired, it's this team. And I left that initial conversation feeling like, wow, I am so humbled by this team and by their greatness. And when I first got the lyrics back in Camper's music, I mean, I had goosebumps. I was totally floored. It created the ending of the film. Again, we didn't have an ending of the film, and that song inspired how the film ends. And then, you know, when the song was finished and I sat down with Kelly Dillon, the main protagonist of the film, you know, she cried and we cried together. And she said, if there was one song in the world that could illustrate who I am, what I've been through, and give me the strength to continue to fight, not only for justice for myself, but for others, it is this song. How did they know my soul? And that just really, I mean, I have chills saying it now, that moment was so powerful, that, you know, that all of you, you know, could understand and feel the power, that her essence and the power of this story in 3 minutes and 23 seconds. It's just unbelievable.
It don't take long to hear the truth, or to see the truth, or to feel the truth. It's just like a blink of an eye. It doesn't take all day. It's just, you know, and then we discuss what it's going to be.
I know you all saw the film, but have you met Kelly? Did you speak to her during this process, or have you met her since the song? Any of you? No? Okay. All right, cool.
Kelly and Nova Wave and Camper.
Yeah, we gotta meet. Yeah.
Via Zoom, yeah.
Okay, cool.
She's so, you can just, her spirit is so tenacious, and it's just like, you know, resilient. And I actually thought she was going to be on, because I actually wanted to see her again, but make sure you give her our love and support.
So I wanted to ask each of you, what is the importance right now of message songs like this? Because we've just been, as you all know, since March, it's just been a year in March with the pandemic, and then Blackout Tuesday in June, and we'll be coming up on a year of that with the racial injustice and whatever. And the importance of message songs like this to keep the conversation going so folks don't lose the momentum and lose the fight, and know that there are still things that need to be accomplished out here. So I want to get your takes on what message songs mean to you right now and how important they are in this particular climate.
This song starts off with what's going on.
Exactly, exactly.
Let's just, what's going on when I have to fight for a right that is rightfully mine. When I have to fight for my life, when the world gets to decide if a caged bird flies or ever get a chance to grow, too many people are invisible. If that's not right now, I don't know what is, and this is Marvin Gaye all over again. What the hell is going on? What is this in the air that we can't see, that we can't even see our families? We got to put masks on, look like we're about to rob a bank to go walk around in the street, or, everybody looks like they're a criminal. When you look at this, what is really going on? This is something deliberate. This is something deliberate. And it's targeting, it was targeting us, but it slipped out and targeted everybody, it was meant for one thing, but now everybody's in trouble. So yes, this song is major, important.
Camper?
Took the words out my mouth, That's it. Like it's the time is now for, the song and what we're going through and what we've been going through. And, we just hoping for change, but, we tired of just, just sitting back and just, helpless, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's something that we want to do. We want to do a lot. So the best way I know how to pour that emotion out is through music, for the artist, you know what I mean? So it's like everything Mary said, I agree. She hit on the nail,
Nova?
Yeah, I think that just Kelly's resilience in the movie, like Blue said, she painted the picture. And I think just what's very important in life is for us to win the battles in our minds. Like Kelly could have been beat down. She could have just totally lost it, but she just even the lyrics saying it's not over. And for her to just fight, and I see so many people lay down when they've been beaten and hurt, and for her to just exude that power. She put the words into the song, honestly, just watching her.
Very strong.
Very, very strong.
Absolutely. I just feel like we need a spirit of triumph. We just need to feel triumphant right now, So I think, to me, that's what the song means. It's just like she said, it's not over until it's over, until the battle is won. It's a fight that just has to keep going and keep going. You got to keep pushing. So that's what it means to me, just triumph.
Great. All right, is there anything I haven't asked you about the song? Mary, will you be performing it soon or somewhere? Because I would just love to see you sing this song live. It's just such a compelling song.
I don't know. Is there any way to perform it?
Exactly, I know. So Erika, so what's next in terms of the movie and getting further word out there with the song?
Yeah, we were really fortunate to be a New York Times critics pick, and the film is in digital cinemas across the country right now, and just played on PBS's Independent Lens, which was really key in making this film in collaboration with people who are currently incarcerated, because PBS is one of the only stations that folks who are in prison have access to. So they were able to watch it while the rest of the world was watching. And the film is going to be rebroadcast, and we're just doing as many screenings, trying to get the word out, as many conversations about the song in this moment, which Mary talked about. This song is so relevant, this film is so relevant in highlighting injustices and calling for immediate reparation. So we're all working very hard to bring change to light. And so people, if they want to see the film, can go to bellyofthebeastfilm.com, where they can also hear the song.
Okay, great. All right, well, I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Thank Tracy McKnight, Nova Wave, DJ Camper, and of course, Mary J. Blige, along with Erika. And continue marching forward. This is some great music. It's time for folks to be talking about some substantive things right now. And this just hits the nail on the head in all aspects. So congratulations on the work you've done so far with this, and looking forward to hearing more. Thank you.
Thank you. And congratulations, ladies, on everything.
Yes.
Y'all are the greatest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're the greatest.
Literally.
Thank you.
All
And
right.
congratulations to you, Erica. This is amazing.
Congratulations to all of you. This is really just an incredible moment for all of us. So I'm so humbled and honored to have done this together, to create this beautiful piece of art together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Mary, it goes great. I mean, I don't know if you remember. I remember when you did I See in Color. You did a little thing for Billboard then and talked about writing that, and you really zoned in on that song, which was very potent. And the same thing with Mighty River for Mudbound. So this is a new, another stellar addition to that catalog that you've been building for some of these movie songs. It's just tremendous.
The GOAT.
We just vessels. We just vessels.
Absolutely.
Everything that has happened that has happened to us in our lives, and everything that we've seen, it was not in vain. It's so we can understand what we're looking at, so we can understand, this movie. So we can, because we don't have to say put ourselves in her shoes. We have been in her shoes. We know what we feel like. I've seen every woman. I've seen my mother. I've seen, and I've been that woman, not with my whole womanhood taken away from me, just something that's just been forgotten. I've been that woman.
Again, all right. Again, thank you all. Enjoyed the conversation, and see each other soon.
Stay strong,
All
son.
right, guys. We're gonna keep fighting. I'm that woman too.
Yes, exactly.
Hey.
Keep going.